So hello and welcome to the ceremony of the WVA Global Awards of 2026. My name is Magda Lourenço. I'm the Executive Manager for the WVA, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Anis Bouraba. He's one of the WVA counselors for Middle East and North Africa, also the chairperson of the WVA Ad Hoc Communications Committee, and he will be the host of the ceremony.
Thank you, Magda. It is a pleasure to host today's ceremony. On behalf of the World Veterinary Association, we are gathered to recognize four amazing individuals. Today, we come together from across the world to celebrate excellence in veterinary medicine and to recognize individuals whose work has made an exceptional contribution to our profession, our communities, and health and welfare of animals, people, and environment. The WVA Global Veterinary Awards were created to honor veterinarians who embody the highest standards of professionalism, leadership, innovation, and service, originally inspired by the success of the Global Animal Welfare Awards. The program has evolved to reflect the World Veterinary Association's key strategic priorities: animal welfare, veterinary education, medicine stewardship, and One Health. Veterinarians from around the world were nominated by WVA members and evaluated by experts from the WVA working group within each of these strategic areas. The individuals we honor today have demonstrated outstanding dedication and impact, helping to advance our profession and improve the lives of animals and people alike. While only 4 awards are presented today, the achievements represented by these awardees reflect the work of countless veterinarians around the globe who serve society every day through clinical practice, education, research, public health, animal welfare, policy, and leadership. To all nominees, thank you for your commitment and for the example you set for our profession. It is now my honor to share that the president of the World Veterinary Association, Dr. Isao Kurashi, is unfortunately unable to be with us today, and I will now pass the floor to Magda to deliver his welcome remarks on his behalf.
Thank you so much. So his message is as follows. Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, award recipients, and friends of the WVA, welcome to this ceremony. Today, we recognize excellence across our profession and honor individuals whose work has made a lasting impact on animals, people, and society. I would like to acknowledge the many excellent nominations received from around the world, reflecting the strength and diversity of the global veterinary community. This year, despite not having an external partner supporting the delivery of the awards, the WVA Council remained firmly committed to ensuring that these awards would continue. We believe that recognizing excellence matters. We believe that the veterinary profession deserves opportunities to honor those individuals who represent the very best of our field. To our award recipients, congratulations. We are proud to recognize your achievements and grateful for the example you set for veterinarians everywhere. Thank you all for joining us and for your continued commitment to veterinary medicine and the WVA. I wish the recipients continued success in the years ahead. Thank you. Carry on, Anis.
Thank you, Magda. And thanks also to Dr. Kurashi for this note. We begin this year's award with the category that lies at the heart of veterinary profession: animal welfare, which is a responsibility shared by all veterinarians and a cornerstone of our commitment to animals and society. It is my pleasure to announce that the Award of Animal Welfare of 2026 goes to Dr. Michel Groleau from Canada, nominated by the CVMA. Dr. Michel Groleau is a Canadian veterinarian whose career has spanned clinical practice, academia, public service, and national leadership in animal welfare. Dr. Groleau began her career in companion animal practice before pursuing further training in laboratory animal medicine. And in her work in academia, she oversaw animal care and use programs, promoted the principles of replacement, reduction, and refinement, the 3 Rs, and taught animal welfare, ethics, and responsible animal use of future research and veterinarians. At the CVMA, Dr. Groleau continues to advance evidence-based animal welfare policy and veterinary leadership. She serves on numerous national and international committees and task forces, including the WVA Task Force on Animal Sentience, and has contributed to several landmark international animal welfare statements alongside veterinary organizations from around the world. For her lifelong commitment to improving animal welfare through science, policy, education, and collaboration, the World Veterinary Association is proud to present the 2026 Global Veterinary Award for Animal Welfare to Dr. Michelle Groleau from Canada. Dr. Michelle Groleau, it's yours.
Thank you. First of all, I am deeply honored and quite overwhelmed by this award. To be recognized by colleagues internationally for just doing what one feels is right is a privilege beyond words. I will say that my focus on animal welfare has been a long one. Throughout my internships, my clinical years, animal care in academia, my time in federal government, and now with the National Veterinary Association, I have always been supported by colleagues who willingly shared their expertise. Whatever impact my work may have had is inseparable from the contributions of so many others. So no forward movement can be made in the area of animal welfare as it relates to our profession without the support, in part or in whole, by our national veterinary groups, and in many cases, our governments. The Government of Canada and the Canadian Veterinary Medical Association trusted me to contribute to some significant national efforts, and I thank them for the trust they placed in me and what I gained from those experiences. I accept this award with a strong sense of perspective. Throughout my career, and never more than during my time with the Animal Welfare Committee of the Canadian Veterinary Medical Association, I have had the extraordinarily good fortune of meeting and working with outstanding animal welfare-focused professionals from across Canada and from many regions of the world. Many have dedicated their professional lives to improving the lives of animals and, by association, the lives of people. Among them are many colleagues who are equally deserving of this recognition. Many of them are no doubt attending this ceremony. You know who you are. For that reason, I accept this award, not only on my own behalf, but on behalf of all those dedicated professionals whose contributions are not formally recognized today, but whose impact is nonetheless profound. Their work has enriched our profession and strengthened our shared commitment to advancing animal welfare across all species. Thank you to the World Veterinary Association for this great honor, and thank to all of you who have been part of this journey with me. Thank you, Anis.
Thank you, Dr. Groleau. Congratulations once again. Our next award recognizes those who shape the future of our profession through teaching, mentorship, innovation, leadership, and veterinary educators and veterinary educations. Veterinary educators, help ensure that the next generation is prepared to meet the challenges of the changing world. Let us now turn to the 2026 WVA Global Veterinary Award for Veterinary Education. And the winner is Dr. Professor Meng from Malaysia. Professor Dr. Meng is one of Malaysia's leading veterinary educators and academic leaders whose career has been dedicated to advancing veterinary education, research, and professional standards, both nationally and internationally. He is the current Dean of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine at the University Putra, Malaysia, the UPM. He also chairs the Dean's Council of Veterinary Medicine of Malaysia and serves on the Malaysian Veterinary Medical Council, where he leads the Qualifications and Accreditations Committee. Dr. Goh has been a strong advocate for innovation in teaching, learning, and standards. He was among the earliest proponents of blended learning and problem-based learning in Malaysian and has contributed extensively to curriculum development, assessment methodologies, and educational quality assurance. His influence extends beyond Malaysia through his work on the harmonization of veterinary education standards across ASEAN and his recent appointment as WVA honorary expert panelist on veterinary education for his outstanding contribution to veterinary education, academic leadership, and the advancement of veterinary standards across the region and beyond. The World Veterinary Association is proud to recognize Professor Dr. Yong Meng from Malaysia with the World Veterinary Association's Global Veterinary Award of Veterinary Education.
Thank you, Anis.
Dr. Goh.
Thank you, Anis. Distinguished colleagues, fellow award recipients, members of the World Veterinary Association, and honored guests, thank you again. Receiving the 2026 WVA Veterinary Education Award is an incredible honor that reflects not only just my personal journey, but the collective dedication of everyone who strives to advance our profession through teaching. Education is a foundation upon which the future of the veterinary medicine is built. And every day in the classroom, laboratory, clinic, we are not just teaching science and clinical skills. We are shaping the mindsets of the professionals who will protect animal health, preserve public health, and champion animal welfare globally. This recognition reinforces the vital importance of evolving how we teach to meet demands of a changing world. I share this award with my mentors who ignited my passion for learning, my colleagues whose collaboration inspires me daily, and most importantly, my students. Their curiosity, dedication, and resilience push me to be a better educator every single day. Thank you to the World Veterinary Association for this profound honor and for your steadfast commitment to global veterinary excellence. Let us continue to inspire, educate, and elevate the next generation. Thank you. Over to you, Anis.
Thank you, Doctor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Responsible stewardship of veterinary medicine is essential to animal health, public health, and sustainability of our profession. This award honors individuals who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in promoting the safe, effective, and responsible use of veterinary medicine. The 2026 WVA Global Veterinary Award for Medicine Stewardship goes to Dr. Josiah Mandieka from Kenya. Dr. Josiah Mandieka has dedicated his career to strengthening veterinary medicine's regulation, stewardship, and public health protection. Throughout his career, Dr. Mandieka has been instrumental in developing and enforcing quality assurance standards, for the manufacture, distribution, and use of veterinary medicine. His work has helped establish robust regulatory systems governing veterinary pharmaceuticals, from product registration and licensing to inspection, approval, and oversight of manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and veterinary pharmacies. Recognizing the importance of accountability and continuous monitoring, he established pharmacovigilance systems and led pharmacovigilance activities to improve medicine safety and effectiveness at the national level. His career reflects a deep commitment to veterinary medicine stewardship, regulatory excellence, and the protection of public trust in veterinary healthcare systems. for his outstanding contributions to veterinary medicine regulations and stewardship. The World Veterinary Association is proud to present the 2026 Global Veterinary Award for Medicine Stewardship to Dr. Josiah Mandieka of Kenya.
Thank you, Anis. Distinguished colleagues and gentlemen, I am honored and profoundly excited at this time as I receive this global award on veterinary medicine's stewardship. I accept this recognition with gratitude, not only on my own behalf, but on behalf of many veterinarians, animal health professionals, veterinary medicine regulators, industry partners, researchers, among others, who work tirelessly to ensure that veterinary medicines are used responsibly. Veterinary medicine's stewardship is more than management of products. It's a commitment to adding animal health, ensuring food safety, preserving effectiveness of life-saving things, and protecting public health. Throughout my professional journey of close to 4 decades, I have had the privilege of working alongside dedicated colleagues who taught me that good stewardship requires integrity, science, collaboration, and that sustainable solutions emerge when governments, industry, professional associations, and farmer communities work together with a shared purpose. I am particularly grateful that these collective efforts contributed to the establishment of Kenya's Veterinary Medicines Directorate, VMD, where I had the honor of playing a pioneering role as a member and vice chairman of its inaugural council in helping to establish the country's veterinary medicines regulatory framework, laying down the foundation for compliance system, regulatory instruments, stewardship principles, safeguards that protect public health and public trust. Throughout sustained professional excellence and ethical leadership in veterinary medicines distribution, I continue to demonstrate integrity, resilience, and lifelong commitment to maintaining high standards in veterinary medicines. To the younger in veterinary medicines and animal health, I urge you to embrace stewardship as both a responsibility and a calling. Lead with excellence and uphold ethical practice. The future of animal health and global health really depends on you. As we celebrate this recognition, let us renew our resolve to work together across nations and disciplines to combat antimicrobial resistance, strengthen regulatory systems, and promote responsible medicines use and advance One Health agenda. I sincerely would like to appreciate my family for their unwavering support and to my mentors and colleagues who have shaped my understanding of service and leadership. Thank you for this tremendous honor, and may God bless you. Over to you, Anis.
Thank you, Dr. Mandieka. Congratulations once again for your achievement on medicine stewardship for 2026 WVA Global Veterinary Awards. Our final award celebrates a field that increasingly defines the future of health, the One Health approach that recognizes the close connection between the animal health, human health, and environment, and the vital role veterinarians play in addressing global challenges. It is now my honor to present the 2026 WVA Global Veterinary Award for the One Health to Dr. Gary A. Vroegindewey. Dr. Gary Vroegindewey has dedicated more than 4 decades to advancing One Health through veterinary public health, disaster preparedness, global health security, and international collaboration. Throughout a distinguished career spanning clinical practice, military service, intergovernmental leadership, and academia, he has helped transform One Health from a concept into an operational reality. Current professor and director of the One Health program at Lincoln Memorial University College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Vroegindewey leads interdisciplinary education, research, and outreach initiatives that connect animal, human, and environmental health. Through his work, he has trained future veterinary and public health professionals while strengthening community resilience and global preparedness. Internationally, Dr. Vroegindewey has made major contributions through WVA, where he has chaired multiple expert groups. His leadership was evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, when he directed initiatives supporting the WVA Emergency Veterinary Network. Earlier in his career as a director of the U.S. Department of Defense Veterinary Service Activity and Assistant Chief of the U.S. Army Veterinary Corps, Dr. Vroegindewey helped integrate veterinary, public health, food safety, and disease surveillance systems on a global scale. His work established practical models for cross-sector collaborations and strengthened preparedness against emerging biological threats. For his exceptional leadership and lifelong contributions to advancing One Health globally, the World Veterinary Association is proud to present the 2026 Global Veterinary Award for One Health to Dr. Gary Vroegindewey, nominated by the AVMA. Dr. Gary, it's yours.
Thank you. It's that, like all the awardees, we certainly are both humbled and honored to receive the award and recognize that this represents not only our individual achievements, but the achievements of numerous others that we have worked with throughout our careers. I had the opportunity to work in the public health and really the One Health arena before that term was even initiated. And with this, I got to work with numerous pioneers in One Health and leaders in One Health, and had the opportunity to learn from them, share with them, and move this forward. As Dr. Baraba had discussed, that I'd had experience within the United States Army Veterinary Corps, and that really opened up the entry of my world into beyond clinical practice into policy, as well as the international arena, working in Egypt with schistosomiasis and public health, in Ecuador with food safety and developing pasteurization in that area, and finally working in over 23 countries in the public health arena. Would like to give special thanks for those organizations that provided the opportunity to move this One Health in from a concept into an operational design. And with that, my work with the World Health Organization, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, the UN International Atomic Energy Agency, which actually I can't believe that they asked me to help because I know nothing about atomic energy, but I do wear gloves when I take x-rays, so I know that much. But what I did know is how you organize, train, and evaluate large-scale organizations, and that is what they look for me to do. And so they allowed me to work in a One Health arena internationally, advancing the science of veterinary medicine. A special recognition for World Organization for Animal Health for multiple opportunities to work within the training and the policy arena in One Health, where if it is not in the legislative authorities, if it's not in the policy, then it really doesn't exist for a country. So working to incorporate this into national veterinary services, so it is part of their organizational resolve. I'd like to make a special note, and this is my bias on One Health, and that is, while we originally have this evolved around those three circles of animal health, human health, and environmental health, I encourage you to look beyond just those three circles and look at the other disciplines that are involved, because all of this science that occurs occurs within the social determinants of health. It occurs within a social, legal, political, cultural, economic, religious background. And we need to understand those to be able to make One Health a functional and successful, efficient activity, organizational activity, and operational activity. That I especially want to recognize two academic organizations that have supported One Health Research, and International Veterinary Medicine, and that's Texas A&M University, and as part of the Institute for Infectious Animal Diseases, as they have supported my work within the emergency management arena, and also Lincoln Memorial University College of Veterinary Medicine that has supported the One Health research time in international vet medicine. And finally, I want to recognize our organizations. The strength that we have is not individuals like the awardees and like ourselves, but the entire organizations they represent. So thank the AVMA for their nomination, the WVA, the World Veterinary Association, for supporting veterinary medicine, veterinary science, research, collaboration on a continual basis and making One Health a hallmark of that. And then finally, that the one person that I will name by name, and that is my wife, Linda, who made this journey into veterinary medicine and in the One Health arena, made that journey possible, but even more than that, made it magical. Thank you very much, Anis.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vroegindewey, and congratulations again for your achievement on One Health WVA 2026 Global Veterinary Awards. Now, I would love to move you to the questions. If you have any questions for our attendees, any questions for our awardees?
You can use the chat function if you'd like to, the Q&A function. But meanwhile, I think we can move ahead with the questions we had already lined up, Anis.
Yeah.
I see a note of congratulations from Rens van Dobbenburg, who is the current chair of the WVA Medicine Stewardship Working Group, congratulating the winner of this year.
Dr. Rez says, dear Dr. Josiah Mandieka, this is a message of congratulations to you as the chair of the WVA MSWG. I congratulate you with the award in the category of medicine. It is an honor for us to celebrate your achievement of medicine stewardship. And my best, Rens van Dobbenburg.
Another complex Dutch name. Mobini also conveying congratulations to all the awardees, very rightly so.
Teresia Wangari says congratulations to all award winners. And waiting for your questions, I have a question here to Professor Dr. Yong Meng from Malaysia. You have been instrumental in the revision of the curriculum of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, DVM in Malaysia, and you are thought to be very inspiring to the ASEAN region. What do you believe is the single most important change needed to prepare for the next generation of veterinarians for the challenges they will face?
Thank you for the questions, Anis. I believe that I cannot take credit alone. I have to credit it to the entire team in ASEAN, which has been driving this effort, because I do believe that the single most driving force that will allow us to make this successful is first able to cross the geographical divide and then bridge the mindset itself. This is important because in ASEAN, we are changing to we are actually adhering to the One Health paradigm, and this is especially urgent, driven by the regional needs to mitigate zoonosis disease and ultimately secure food security itself. This is only because Southeast Asia is recognized as a global hotspot for emerging infectious diseases, as everybody knows, avian influenza, rabies, maybe even African swine fever and few other diseases. So veterinary medicine is no longer viewed merely as a clinical service for individual animals. Instead, it is treated as a critical pillar of regional biosecurity, public health, and agricultural economics. And because of that, the core curriculum has to be shaped this way. Firstly, through public health integration, farm to fork responsibility, and transboundary collaboration. We do believe that by having all these three elements integrated in the curriculum, it will actually help us to shift towards the One Health paradigm and further secure the security of the region, not only in terms of disease prevention, safeguarding human health, but also secure food safety and overall well-being of the region itself and region beyond. Yeah, over to you, Anis.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gao. Any other questions from the Q&A bond here?
So I see notes of congratulations from Gail Golub from AVMA to all those recognized, and also from Olatunji Nasir, who's president-elect of the WVA, saying congratulations to all award winners.
All right, I will have another question for Dr. Michel Groleau from Canada. So, Dr. Michel, your work has ranged from animal welfare policy to the development of national transport regulations affecting millions of animals. What achievement are you most proud of? And what lesson has been the most valuable to you?
There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the question. So I've been involved in many projects and many initiatives throughout my career. Some were impactful, some less so, but all were a step in the right direction. I'd have to say that although I would, as an individual, have wanted to have seen a greater impact, my involvement in the Canadian Federal Animal Transport Regulatory Update on the transport of animals was the most challenging, but the effort I'm most proud of, and I'll say to date. In Canada, all animal transport, irrespective of species, so from mice to elephants, falls under the authority of the federal government and the Health of Animals Act and regulations. Estimates are about 1 billion animals are transported into, within, or out of Canada annually. Well, the greatest numbers of animals are transported are food animals for many purposes, including to production units, for export, for recreation. The majority are transported for slaughter. They are typically not prepared for the trip, which can be long, and it is in most cases the worst day or days of their lives. To have been part of a process that makes that time even a little better was likely the most important and impactful thing I've ever had the privilege of contributing to. But the process took many years and included reviews of hundreds of scientific papers, consultation, negotiation, compromise with highly polarized groups, reviewing and analyzing over 50,000 comments from over 10,000 respondents during the public comment period, and many, many other regulatory steps. The lesson learned here was that long-held animal care practices are not easily altered, and these changes are not widely embraced. They were too far for some and nowhere near far enough for others. But being Canadians and being veterinarians, we review the data, we accept the data, we negotiate, we compromise, and we move forward in a manner that recognizes and respects differing perspectives, lifestyles, cultures, and societal norms. So, the long answer to a short question, I take the greatest pride in the part I took in getting those animal transport regulations completed. And the lesson learned is that we need to accept that we all view the world as shaped by our own experiences. And we need to accept the need to understand and respect each other and work together to effect the greatest change in how we treat animals and people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Michelle Groleau. I have another question to Dr. Josiah Mandieka from Kenya. Dr. Josiah, you have spent much of your career strengthening veterinary medicine's regulation and stewardship in Kenya. In your view, what is the greatest challenge in medicine's access in Africa, and how can a veterinarian help?
Dr. Josiah, you're muted. If you could unmute, please.
Okay. Thank you. This question, I will answer it this way. Truly, in Africa, there's a lot of preference of a lot of drugs of different types all over. And we do have big issues to do with weak regulatory systems in Africa and in many nations, such that now they are not able to put structures that can reinforce or enforce medicines from being, counterfeited, being brought into Africa, into the countries here, control of importations and distribution. So we don't have proper and harmonized regulatory frameworks in many countries of Africa. And as a result, a lot of drugs are shipped into Africa and they can move from one country to another because of the demands that exist, because we have a lot of livestock and people, herders and pastoral people are just moving and encountering a lot of challenges of animal health, and they are seeking interventions wherever they are found. And so all they want to do is to quickly get to an agrovet shop and try to buy the medicine there. And then they go for the prices, whether they want the cheapest product, not necessarily the most effective product. So as a result, there's quite a demand for medicines in Africa. And also another challenge that is there is that we have fewer veterinarians, professionals available easily with these livestock herders. So due to the shortage of these professionals, the herders or the keepers find it easier just to walk and look for medicines from wherever they can get. They get them over the counter. They go across borders to other nations and get these medicines. Poor funding or availability or lack of funding in Africa is another challenge, whereby the regulators or governments are not able to go and do pharmacovigilance and surveillance across the nation so that they can remove products that actually are not legally imported to those countries. So therefore, as a result, we do have products that are plenty in Africa, and they are really uncontrolled. And post-marketing surveillance by the importers also become a big challenge. They are not able to do that, and so they are not able to pick the counterfeits that are there in the market. So this continues to lead to increased supply of fake or products that are not legally licensed or registered to be used in Africa. So, and of course, there is also now what we are experiencing, that there is a more intensification of farming in Africa, And with the intensity of farming, obviously, there is a lot of biosafety problems, and animals are able to acquire diseases easily. And the farmers or the animal keepers just think that if they get hold of medicines, then they will try and cure their animals. And as a result, there's high demand for these medicines. So that's why we have a lot of influx of unregistered and regulated medicines in other reasons. Over to you, Agnes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Josiah. I have one last question to Dr. Gary Vroegindewey. Dr. Gary, you have helped advance One Health extensively and very concretely. How has your experience in military veterinary medicine shaped your understanding of One Health? And what lessons can the broader veterinary profession learn from that model?
Well, thank you, Nis, for the question. And what we saw in military medicine is that when I sat in meetings at our Army Surgeon General's office, that I sat at a table with doctors, nurses, physicians, dentists, audiologists, public health individuals, psychiatrists, a whole range of disciplines all together. And we were there in a collaborative work and understanding that for every issue, significant issue we dealt with, it took our collaborative effort to move this forward. And we had a saying in the military is that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So what I talk to our veterinarians and reach out and make sure you're not just sitting at the table with other veterinarians, but get at the table with other disciplines, work in other conferences, other areas where we bring the collaborative efforts of all of us together to advance veterinary medicine, to advance public health, to support society. And with this, I would come back is that our strength is not our individual activities or performances that you're recognizing here, but our strength as a profession is all of us together, the collaboration of all the groups and interacting with those policymakers, the other disciplines that will move our profession forward to help maximize its ability to serve society.
We seem to have
Organizations
lost.
are bringing people together, and finally WVA for the collaboration that it supports continually. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Gary. As we conclude today's ceremony, I would like to thank everyone who joined us from around the world. Congratulations once again to our award recipients. Your achievements reflect the excellence, leadership, and dedication that define our profession, and we are proud to celebrate your contributions today. To our constituent members, veterinary organizations, we encourage you to nominate deserving colleagues in future editions of the WVA Global Veterinary Awards. Recognizing excellence helps inspire our veterinary profession and showcases the vital role veterinarians play in improving the health of welfare of animals, people, and the environment. Those are our GLASS awards, and our winners will receive their commemorative awards following today's ceremony. And in the coming weeks of the WVA, the WVA will be highlighting each recipient through dedicated communications and promotional activities, helping share their achievements with the global veterinary community. On behalf of the World Veterinary Association, thank you for joining us and for your continued commitment to veterinary medicine. Do please consider joining the WVAC 2027 in Mexico, Merida. Registrations are now open, and have a wonderful day, everybody. And we look forward to seeing you again at future WVA events. This is our QR code to attend, and thank you everyone for listening.